The number one silent heart threat food in your diet. Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Today we're talking about the number one silent heart threat food to remove from your diet. We all want to be healthy, and many of us try to eat right for our hearts. We might think about cutting back on greasy burgers or fried foods. But what if I told you there's a hidden danger lurking in your pantry, silently affecting your heart health, and it's not what you think? Let me explain. You see, most health experts would tell you to cut back on meat or fat to protect your heart. Well, while there might be some truth to it, many studies say sugar might play a much bigger role than we realize. Think about it. How many processed foods have sugar added to them? It's in everything from bread to salad dressings. This overload can lead to weight gain, high blood pressure, and inflammation, all major risk factors for heart disease. High added sugar intake correlates strongly with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease or CVD. In fact, a study found that individuals who consumed 17% to 21% of their daily calories from added sugar had a 38% higher risk of dying from heart disease, compared to those consuming only 8%. In another study, participants who ingested 25% or more of their daily calories from sugar had over twice the risk of dying from heart disease. That's a lot! Of course, you all know this already. But what's shocking is that the sugar industry has been aware of these dangers for almost 50 years. Back in the 1960s, the sugar industry funded research that downplayed the link between sugar and heart disease. Instead, they pointed the finger at saturated fat as the main culprit. By shifting the blame to saturated fat, they effectively diverted attention from the real culprit, sugar. Imagine this for years. People were told to avoid healthy fats in avocados, nuts, and butters, while unknowingly loading up on sugary cereals and processed snacks. No wonder the average American consumes about 20 teaspoons of sugar daily. That's significantly exceeding the American Heart Association's recommendation of 6 teaspoons for women and 9 for men. The result? Heart disease rates continued to climb, even as people tried to follow the recommended guidelines. High sugar intake leads to weight gain, which raises the risk of conditions like high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes. These problems make heart issues even worse and can lead to serious health risks. Today, we are facing an avalanche of sugar in our food supply. It's added to almost everything, often in disguise. You might find it in bread, yogurt, salad dressings, and even foods marketed as healthy or low sugar. As you've learned, the average American consumes a staggering amount of added sugar daily. That's far more than what's considered safe for our health. It's no surprise that research shows a 6% increase in heart disease risk for every 5% rise in calories from added sugars. This excessive sugar intake overwhelms your body, leading to inflammation, weight gain, and ultimately an increased risk of heart disease. That's why it's important to watch how much sugar you eat, because even small changes can make a big difference. Now that you know the reality behind sugar, let's see how consuming it too much could lead to heart problems. Excessive sugar intake can lead to a condition known as insulin resistance, in which the body's cells become less responsive to the hormone insulin. This condition makes the pancreas work harder to produce more insulin, which eventually raises blood sugar levels. Over time, this leads to type 2 diabetes, a condition that increases the risk of heart problems. The connection between sugar and heart disease is even stronger because of its clear role in the obesity crisis. Too much sugar, especially from sugary drinks and processed foods, leads to weight gain, which is a major risk for heart disease. Obesity puts extra strain on the heart, raising the risk of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and insulin resistance. So, by cutting back on too much sugar, you can break this cycle and lower the risk of heart problems linked to obesity. Now, sugar doesn't just lead to obesity. It also causes inflammation, which plays a big role in heart disease. Let me explain. You see, when you eat too much sugar, it sparks inflammation in the body, including in your blood vessels. And this ongoing inflammation harms the lining of your arteries, making them more likely to build up plaque, which can lead to blockages and increase the risk of heart attacks or strokes. So now you might be thinking about quitting sugar altogether, right? Well, it's easier said than done. One of the biggest challenges in fighting sugar's effect on heart health is how often it appears in processed foods. Food makers must show the sugar content in their products, but they often use clever tricks to hide this information. So instead of simply listing sugar, you might encounter terms like high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, maltose, or evaporated cane juice. In other words, understanding these label tricks lets you make smarter food choices and avoid hidden sugars. Now that you know how some manufacturers hide sugar in their products, let's consider the simple steps you can take to regain control of your diet and protect your heart health. First, you can shift your focus to whole, unprocessed foods and become more mindful of your sugar intake. That means adding more fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains into your meals. Second, make it a habit to read labels carefully, paying close attention to the sugar content and ingredient list. Remember, knowledge is power, and by understanding the language of food labels, you can make choices that support your heart health and overall well-being. Okay, now that we've exposed sugar's hidden dangers to our heart health, you might be asking, what can I use to satisfy my sweet tooth without messing up my well-being? The good news is that natural sweeteners from plants and other sources offer different flavors and levels of sweetness to fit all tastes. Let's start with stevia. It's significantly sweeter than traditional sugar, with a sweetness level estimated to be between 200 and 400 times that of sucrose. That means you only need a fraction of the desired sweetness level to achieve it. Stevia can be used in desserts, sauces, and drinks. It's also great for sweetening smoothies and teas. It comes in different forms too, like powders, liquid extracts, and packets. Plus, stevia does not raise blood sugar levels, making it a suitable option for individuals with diabetes or those watching their sugar intake. Another excellent alternative is monk fruit. Like stevia, it has no calories and is much sweeter than sugar. In fact, it's 100 to 250 times sweeter than regular sugar, meaning you only need a tiny amount compared to sugar. If stevia and monk fruit aren't available, you can always go for honey. This natural sweetener offers a unique flavor profile and potential health benefits. Plus, it contains antioxidants and possesses antibacterial properties. Another great option is pure maple syrup. Besides being a favorite on pancakes and waffles, maple syrup can replace sugar or honey in baking, marinades, sauces, and salad dressings. You can also drizzle it over yogurt, oatmeal, and desserts to boost flavor and add some nutrients. Another option is agave syrup. It is famous for its low glycemic index of about 10 to 19, affecting blood sugar less than regular sugars. It also contains vitamins and minerals like riboflavin, B6, and folate. When cooking or baking, you can swap agave syrup for sugar by using about 3/4 of a cup for every cup of sugar. This is perfect for recipes where you want a lighter sweetness, like frostings, glazes, and desserts, and it gives your treats a more balanced flavor. No matter what sweetener you choose, you must consider your health goals, dietary needs, and taste preferences. Experiment with different options to find what works best for you. And remember that moderation is key to enjoying the benefits of these natural alternatives without overdoing it. You've taken a deep dive into the hidden world of sugar and how it affects your heart health. It's clear that sugar, especially the hidden kind in processed foods, is a big threat to your health. But the good news is, knowledge is power. By learning the risks and making smart choices, you can take charge of your health and protect your heart. Remember, it's not about completely eliminating sweetness from your life. It's about being aware of your choices, reading labels closely, and choosing natural options when you can. Small changes can make a big difference over time, leading to a healthier heart and a happier you. So as you move forward, remember that you have the power to make healthier choices for yourself and your loved ones. Reducing sugar doesn't just lower your risk of heart disease, it's an investment in a healthier, brighter future. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us create more content like this. See you in the next video.